Hello and hope you are good. In this video, we wanna talk about 10 countries that may not exist for the next 20 years. Stay with us. Throughout history, we have always witnessed the rise and fall of different countries, and at times a nation and a country have completely disappeared from the scene or changed radically. In this list, we take a look at 10 countries that may not exist for the next 20 years or may face fundamental change in their borders. Join us! Subscribe our YouTube channel to watch the rest of this video and more. Spain may be surprising on the list for some people, but it is still struggling with the 2008 financial and economic crisis. This went so far that the country's gross domestic product fell sharply, leaving 24% of the population unemployed in 2015, according to statistics. In addition to these issues, the independence movements of the northeastern state of Catalonia should not be ignored. The state, which is culturally and linguistically different from Spain, has stepped up its effort for independence in recent years until in 2013 a 30,000-mile human chain was formed to separate the state from Spain. In northern Spain, the Basque Country is striving for independence from Spain. The people of this state also speak Basque, and even the efforts for independence from Spain have taken on the color of violence and terror in this state. There is no doubt that North Korea is one of the most militarily advanced and powerful countries with an atomic bomb. But given its limited resources, it seems that North Korea will eventually be forced out of its isolation, and that will lead to the fall of Kim Jong-un's regime in the future. However, the only opportunity for North Korean leaders to bring about economic and political reforms like China is to have a place in the future of the world. The citizens of Belgium are linguistically and racially divided into two groups, Flanders and Wallonia, which bear the least resemblance to each other. Located in southern Belgium is the French-speaking Wallonia region, which in recent years has stepped up its effort to gain independence from Belgium or annex France. Perhaps the most unexpected country on this list is China. Along with a strong army and a strong economy, the Communist Party of this country has a hard time dealing with its opponent. Meanwhile, environmental problems have made life difficult for many Chinese. For example, half of the country's rivers are completely unusable for any human use due to industrial pollution, and Chinese officials say the country will use up all its water resources by 2030. Today, according to the World Bank, more than 250,000 Chinese die each year from lack of access to safe water. The Chinese government has always blocked the release of these reports. The rise of the Islamic State in Iraq has attracted international attention. Iraq is currently divided into three regions. Sunni groups in the west, Shiites in the south, and Kurds in the north are in power. It seems that these groups are currently working together to defeat the Islamic State, but if they can't defeat the Islamic State, they want to control their region. As a result, it will be very difficult for the three groups, which have fundamental differences with each other, to live together again in the form of a joint government and state in the future after Iraq. Like Iraq, Libya was artificially formed by British colonialists, and before the Italian invasion and occupation in World War II by Italy, the country was divided into three regions: Tripoli, Barqa, and Fezzan, each with oil reserves. After the fall of Muammar Gaddafi, there is a civil war in this country, and it seems that the conditions have been created for the reformation of these areas. The Islamic State was formed quickly in 2013 after the defeat of government forces in Iraq and Syria. However, this self-proclaimed government is currently at war with the governments of Syria, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, the Free Syrian Army, the Syrian Kurds, the Kurdistan Regional Government, and US-led coalition forces, and seems to be working hard to have survival. The Scots may have lost the referendum on secession from Britain in 2014, but there is evidence that the Scots are not giving up easily. Apart from Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland seems to have stepped up their efforts to secede from Britain and become independent. The recent vote by British people to secede from the European Union has intensified these separatist actions. United States of America continues to face the aftermath of the Civil War of the 1860s. Given the political and cultural differences that exist in this country, it seems that some of the states of this country will declare independence within the next 20 years. In 2012, the states faced hundreds of thousands of signatures to secede from the United States, with Alaska and Texas more likely to secede and separate from the United States. Maldives, located between India and the African continent, the country is in serious danger of drowning due to rising ocean waters. The former president searched areas in South Asia to relocate all of its inhabitants to the ocean before it sank. So Maldives is another country that maybe will not be in 20 years. Which country do you think will not see the next 20 years? Leave your comments for us. If you like these types of videos, subscribe our YouTube channel to see the rest of them.